What is this challenge? Originally created by the esteemed Mo, this challenge looks to make Yu-Gi-Oh! An already painful game even more painful. No crafting, no structure decks, no loner decks, no nothing. The only cards available are after every duel I win in ranked, I can open one master pack. And legacy packs I find along the way. That's it, nothing else. Here, I'll be showing some of my favorite replays I've gathered, all of which took over 200 wins on the account, which means 200 random master packs. Hope you all enjoy, like and subscribe if you want to see more. We're going against Kaiju Me. I guess because that's how you out the Gravekeeper fusion. You know, but hey, Necro Valley. Hey, the guy that protects Necro Valley. But we have desires. Get us some cards, you know. DD Assailant outs it, so that's helpful. And then set 2, Gravekeeper's Trap to search another Supernaturalist. Lovely. Does let us Archfiend, though. We lost our target, Ice Barrier, and the Desires, though. They're getting Oracle here. We're gonna Fuma Wave, so they cannot fuse. They did not guess correctly. I did not draw Ash Blossom. Anyways. Phantom Sky Blaster, summon 2 tokens, make a Reaper-Docus, summon our Mech Knight, Link 4, Unchain Abomination, go punch, and then they are getting a Spiritualist. In the end phase, we can then pop the Necro Valley, though. Discard, get a Commandment. Hey, wow, that's crazy. They can just get Necro Valley back. And don't you love how useful this Black Horn of Heaven is being? Anyways, they don't pop a Abomination. I mean, I guess you know, these are both protected from destruction. Anyways, extras. Confit. Early. So this can then negate early. I mean, early can negate the Supernaturalist, allowing us to pop the Necro Valley. Really nice. We can start popping and negating, and then this just happens every end phase, which is just super nice. Right? We punch. We pop. We punch. They have thrown, you know, that does reborn you. And guess what? They can make another Supernaturalist. They can kill the early. Luckily, they killed the early for some reason. Yeah, Necro Valley prevents the reborn. But we do have Gaia Blaze. And we have the Lynx. Letting us get big enough, kill it by battle, attack again, pop the Necro Valley, and go for game. So, big brain, yeah. Early pointing to A-Bomb is awesome. Okay, we desired for Dangerous Dabu and Torrential Tribute. They will Melody of Awakening Dragon, discard Jet, get 2 alternatives. They're summoning an alternative here. They're just punching. I decided not to do anything. I summon Flag, get Protoss, and set Dragster, end my turn. They pop me, don't care. Here comes Jet. I Torrential, and Dabu to negate the effect, wipe the board. And then we Archfiend. We get the Ice Barrier. They have another alternative and Blue Eyes. They pop me. They end the turn. We Dragster. We summon Archfiend. We Synchro into Scrap Dragon. We catch Eve. We pop the Catch Eve and the Blue Eyes. Triggers the Jet. We Tribute Summon for Guiltia to banish the Jet. Don't have to worry about that anymore. They Monster Reborn. Or Alternative. I get another thing popped by Alternative. They have another Jet. I Ice Barrier it. I summon Protoss. We call Light. We Sky Blaster. Get 2 whole tokens. We make Reaper-Docus. We make Triple Burst. And we do a nice little punch. I kind of like this replay. It shows how threatening Jet is, but how I was able to out it. You know? They should give us more replay slots. I definitely agree. Okay, so we're playing against a Shining Sark deck. Gadget Trio, Shining Sark. They get the Swordsman. They turn Silence for some reason. Alright. We Inspector Border, baby. They end the battle phase. There he is. They're getting a guy. They Super Poly. For Mud Dragon, they select Dark for some reason. Okay, we Guiltia. They Impermit. We punch. They Shining Star, get another. They summon this 0. They use Future Sons to get Dark Magician. Dark Magician summons itself. And they start punching a lot. We double hooking, discard Lapis Dragon. We reborn 2 5s, Lapis Dragon and Guiltia. And then we Synchro Summon for the Gamir Adrine. We also can Sky Blaster, get 2 tokens out of it. We'll make a Space Insulator. We'll Parallel Exceed. They're gonna Ash the Parallel Exceed. We're gonna make the Dreadnought Dreadnoid here. Punch. Punch. You know, rank up into, you know, Super Quantum Mech King Great Magnus. And then we can shuffle back the Shining Sword. They get 0. They make Typhon, of all things. Luckily, I have the Void Chapel. Honestly, I like this replay. It shows, like, my early boss monsters a lot, right? This is them playing the Umi deck, it looks like. They get Legendary Ocean, Kuryushin, Sea Stealth Attack. They have everything they could ever want. We Desires. We get Lapis Dragon. You know, we summon Clock Wyvern. They are, you know, they did not activate this preemptively, so we could push it into the back row with Subversion. We use our Runic to get Moonin, and then we could Trisbana, summon the Valence, banish their whole thing, and then, I mean, we have to skip our battle phase. Ice Shade to Nola, for General Wayne, for the Ice Barrier, for Ice, yeah, they somehow shifted completely to Ice Jade. Able to punch that over. I do not Raigeki. I Fog Blade the Revealer. I want them to punch me so I can actually summon the Nitro Head with low life points, you know. So we Raigeki now. We Nitro Head. Nitro Head control, baby. Alright, we give them a token. They summon it right to the zone. I'm like, oh, perfect. They have Torrential Tribute, unfortunately. So our Theo dies. You know, I guess we overcommitted. They have Doom Kraken. Luckily, that doesn't really do much here. Got a Mech Knight with no column. They even play around the Mech Knight column. But we top deck the 7th one for Umbral Horror Masquerade. To immediately get to pop their back row of Ice Barrier. Punch this. We'll negate it. They will Ice Barrier here to get a card back into the hand. And hand rip them. You know. And have their life points. Because they did that in the weird chain, so we still got to hand rip them, which is very funny. They do get the Cosmocolar back in the field, though. But we got, you know, we can now Mech Knight. We can link off a Reproducus, Parallel Exceed, and make Abomination. And in the end of the phase, we can pop the field spell. We're floodgating that. Mirror Mage, it's crazy. Pop the face down. Okay. We can Magnus, shuffle back that because it was banished. Do that. Search Protoss. And Protoss, we can call Water. Okay, this tool is also crazy because it really showcases, like, every single card. Like, all of our well, not all of them. But it showcased Masquerade, Protoss, and A-Bomb. I give that replay a pink frog. Thank you. Alright, we're going against Fiendsmith. I feel like I have to save this replay, you know? It's me beating Fiendsmith. Alright. They are making Appaloosa. We, Super Agent. They negate that. We Valence. We Valence. We negate, we try to negate it. We go for the Dreadnought Dreadnoid. We punch it. And now we make a 4-material Super Quantum Mech King Great Magnus. And since he has 4 materials, he is completely unaffected. Summon another Engraver. They do not read. You know, we Torrential. Still unaffected, you know. We don't let them, Rusia. We top deck the rank up magic for Masquerade. And get Exact Lethal. Okay, the Exact Lethal is also really cool, too. Alright. They advance Ritual Art for Blue Eyes Chaos Max Dragon. Okay, cool. And then they Return of the Dragon Lords, Synchro into Blue Eyed Spirit Dragon, and immediately tribute it off for Ultimate Spirit Dragon. They get the Abyss Dragon, they get the Jet Dragon, having to deal with every annoying Blue Eyes card in Eternity. Look at this. Wow. Okay. We Desires. We set 2 and pass. So this is the world's greatest Quaking. Go for Azure. World's greatest Quaking. They summon a Blue Eyes. We set 2 more. They summon Blue Eyes. They make Indigo Eyes Silver Dragon. Chaos form into another Chaos Max. We Tears of the Afterroot. Reborn the Spirit Dragon to send away the Chaos Max. We Red Resonator, Nemesis Flag for Reprodokus. So we can Oasis of the Dragon Souls, Reborn the Red Resonator, gain 4,000 life points. And then we can Protoss, call Light, and end our turn. It still locks him out of summoning Light Monster. They get that back. They Tribute Summon the Abyss Dragon. And I Fogblade the Indigo Eyes, so they can't actually kill the Protoss. We Protoss, call Light, blow up everything, go in. They trade in, set 2, pass. We call Dark. They summon Tyrant Dragon. We summon Valence. We get negate its effects, unfortunately. We almost wanted to have its attack. They return to the Dragon Lords again for Jet Dragon. We book. We Fogblade. We can call Light now. They're still locked out. We Raigeki, and we go in again. We end phase, and we win. Honestly, I like this duel too, because it really showcases that Protoss, well, is really good, obviously. We definitely won the duel off of Protoss. It can still be kind of hard to finagle your way into victory when you know, because I don't always win after the next turn. Maxi, Red Resonator, Protoss. We go for it anyways. We make the cat. We give him some draws. They make a Time Lord. We Ice Barrier it. Nice. They Monster Reborn. I cat. They book a Moon Me. And we summon Christia. They just normal summon stuff. Like, this was like my cat turbo floodgate deck, and I just did not have, like... And then I floodgate myself even more. Yeah, fun deck, right? I Soul Absorption, get Ogre. They Necroface Soul Absorption. And gain a ton of life points. You know, as you do. I set a monster. Because, yeah, I floodgated myself. And they don't care about special summoning. Yeah, I Tribute Summon for Ogre. I Reborn their Maxi, so I can then summon Red. We banish, something. They also get to gain 500 life points off of that. So that goes away. We banish the Morganite. They gain another 500. They get their Necroface back. They Tribute my guy for Kurikar de Vontae. I gain 3,000 life points with Red Resonator, because why not? We double cross to absorb that. Scoop it up. They summon another Time Lord. We Reborn Maxi. Target that. Reborn the Ogre. Red Resonator. We make the Pit Knight early, because I noticed they keep summoning in the main monster zone. We banish another thing with Ogre. Give them 500 more life points. We don't even care. And look at that, they summon in the main monster zone. That's crazy. Heavy Storm. Meteon, we early. Negate it. Funny. And then, hey, we get an Ogre again. Classic auto placement, right? We do this again. Nice little shuffle. And like, hey, there's a fire monster. Hey, Red Resonator. Hey, let's gain some life points. Hey, let's make Cursed Javelin. Negate his effects so we can actually punch it. And make some progress here. I don't know. Is this a good duel, though? It's kind of funny, but I don't know. Is it a good duel? Hey, it's Amphion again. They punch, we negate, because classic auto placement, you know? Hey, we drew the other Exceed. Anyways, we're going to negate that. We're actually going to link off into Triple Burst. That way we can Parallel Exceed and go into A-Bomb. Then we can Protoss. And we can punch, 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 and punch for lethal. Alright. Oh, we were playing Pendulums here. I vaguely remember this one, though. So they Lantern Shark, Buzzsaw Shark, Right Hand Shark, Abyss Shark, you know, Shark, Crystal Shark, Virtue Dragon. They go for the Xyz Armored Fortress, Full Armored Xyz. They detach, get back Abyss Shark. We Clockwork Knight. That's funny. Full Armored Dark Ray Lancer. We penned. We normal. We penned. We go punching. They scoop up their own they do that. Scoop me up. We go for Geonator Transverser and steal their Full Armored Dark Knight Lancer. Giving them a little donut. They Reborn, get another Lantern. Lantern, Abyss. Half my attack with their guy. Like another Armor Fortress. Search 2. Monster Reborn. Right-hand Shark. Lantern Shark. Shark Drake. Full Armored Utopia Ray Lancer. And Full Armored Crystal Zero Lancer. Banish that from the graveyard. Whip it with the Armor Fortress. Punch my guy. Punch me. And then I Penge Summon 3. Get Supreme Dragon. We normal summon it. And then, yeah. Comic Relief lets us swap control of our donut yet again with their Utopic Ray Lancer. And this wipes the board and gives us a way for victory. I think this one's really cool, actually. We take all their monsters. Pens go Burr, yeah. That's also our only Pen replay. Ooh, baby, a triple. They immediately go for Malicious Bane. Gotta love it. We go 7th Ascension. Fusion Reserve. Get themselves a Neos. We get Rank Up Magic, the 7th one, to our hand. We can then discard it to summon out our Umbral Horde Masquerade. Clock Wyvern. For Haggard Lizardos. We can Parallel Exceed. We banish Clock Wyvern. Make himself an 1800. That way we can summon the flag. Get the Protoss. Geonator Transverser. Take the Bane. Go for early. And summon Protoss. Okay, this is kind of cool, that, like, this OTK. That's actually a pretty neat OTK, I feel like. I want to play my fun decks, right? Yeah, there's pretty much nothing in Master Duel. It really sucks. Alright, we're gonna Black Wings. And our Perulia actually gets to put in work here. Alright, another draw for Perulia. Full Armor Master. And Assault Dragon. Okay, wait, Clockwork Knight. They immediately pop it. We use its graveyard effect. Get ourselves a Toy Knight. Toy Knight. Cyber's Gadget. They negate the Cyber's Gadget. Okay. We summon our guy. We make a Reprodocus. You know, gets us a little token here. We make G-Golem Invalid Dolmen and the G-Golem Crystal Heart to reborn the Invalid Dolmen, who is then a 3400. We punch. We punch. Yeah, we're able to punch twice. You know, completely wipe out that guy. We're unaffected by monster effects because of Dolmen, so that didn't do anything. They Small World. They do this. They weaken us, unfortunately. They're able to blow that up. So they were able to get us. They make a Chaos Angel. We can, targeting our Tears of the Afterroot. We take that, reborn it to banish the Chaos Angel. Turn that to the hand. Zephyros. Activate it again. Alright, we back to the front, the Cyber's Gadget. We Phantom Skyblaster. They Imper me. We make Dreadnought Dreadnoid. With the Clockwork Knight, we punch. And we make the Great King Magnus. The SP Little Knight. Unfortunately, you know, forcing us out. We shuffle that back. They get SP Little Knight back, but so do we get our Magnus, because they chained to their own effect. Magnus, 4100 vanilla. Get Magnemut. Summon Magnemut. Search in the end phase Lubellion. And we top deck Rank Up Magic, the 7th one. This is one of our first duels replays using Tri Brigade. So we got our Ogre, and we can do Fractal for Kit. Kit for Nerval. Nerval for Karas. Karas, discard Fractal. Karas, banish 2. Summon Bearbrum. Shuffle something back. Get our Protoss by, with our guy. Rugal. We're gonna banish 3 for Protoss and end our turn. And we called Dark. 7th Tachyon, and look at that, it's a Ryziel. There's Ice Ryziel. There's Sword Ryziel. We're gonna Ogre. We're gonna bring back our Fractal, because I don't know, why not? Yep, there's X. There's Thrust. There's Talents. There's X. Normal summoning it. Or did they just normal summon it? No, they didn't. Okay. They just did not do the aggregator. They're getting Banshee, Search, Star, there's Cross, Shuffle 2 back, Draw. How do we beat this? They're duo driving. We're gonna avoid Trap Holdout. Hee. There's Node Ryziel. They're reborning. There's the talents to draw 2. They're gonna reborn, make a big old duo drive. With 4 materials. I'm gonna search. I'm gonna tribute, can make a detonator. Detonator, get that guy. They're gonna go the Utopic Armor Full Ray Lancer. They're gonna punch the Rugal. And then Rugal gets to activate here. And they're gonna negate that, unfortunately. They're gonna punch. They're gonna punch. But they left me Protoss, because they could not beat over it. We're gonna MST that. They're gonna try to pop Protoss. Not negating Protoss with Aggregator. Anyway, so we called Light. Cool. They were able to protect with Detonator, but we called Light. Anyways, we called Light. Okay. Cool. Anyways, we're gonna call Water now. No more lights to pop, unfortunately. We're gonna flag. They're going to Ash Alistair, unfortunately. Such a sad day. We're gonna punch. We're gonna keep this guy in defense. So Detonator can't beat it. We're gonna make it early, because, I don't know. Maybe they'll play in the middle zone. Auto placement, right? Anyway, 7th Ascension. 7th Tachyon. They're getting a search. High Ice Ryziel. Putting something back. Anyway, so they put a card in the middle zone. And we win! Anyways, this is us versus another Masochist challenge, which I thought was cool to save. Oh, we're gonna flag. Unfortunately, our hand is not the best against this other Masochist, but we do have Protoss and Cat, I guess. They get a 10E and a Danger. Discard Atri. We're gonna book that because I don't want them to get the trap. Right? They're gonna get Malevolent Sin. Punch me, you know. Also, our Catty got our guy. And then this guy has Zoo. You know, that's crazy. An Ancient Warriors Saga. Anyways, they have Fogblade for my red Resonator. We're gonna Kairos, discard the DD Bird. We're gonna summon a token. We're gonna go to early, pointing at the Zeus, you know. And Protoss can kill the Zeus. Call Light. So, and then we still have our Cat. We're gonna go make Trisbana here. You know, and then, yeah, we're gonna banish their back row and win off of that. But yeah, cool Masochist challenge. You know, we beat Masopack there. They had Zeus, you know. They said 4. I wonder what it is, you know. Anyways, we're gonna go with our Showdown. Fractal Kit, Durval for the Kairos. We're gonna normal summon Kit. Banish 2. We're gonna go for Drumadal. Get back ourselves a Fractal. We're gonna set this. We're gonna pop. Force, you know, and it's a trap trick. For a Daruma Dharma Cannon in this zone over here, we can punch. They did not Karma Cannon here. We Rugal. We set 2. And then it's Labyrinth. Wow. Anyways, there's the Ariana. They max see me. You know, bummer, but whatever. It's just 1 draw. They get their Lady Labyrinth. We get our cards back with Showdown and Rugal. There's the Lady Labyrinth. There's Coup Clock. To activate Daruma Karma Cannon, they didn't even need a Coup Clock. All these cards were already set. We do negate the Lady from getting another trap, but Daruma Karma Cannon still gets rid of our Rugal. We Nerval. We banish 2. We make a Bearbrum. We get back our Rugal. Why not? We go for Trisbana. We search. We Kairos. We summon. They go for the Daruma Karma Cannon. But we still act summoned, so we get to banish all the back row. Summon our Ogre now. Go for Fractal. Banish 3. Go for A-Bomb. We're able to banish from the top of their deck. Get rid of the Chandelier. Pop this, and then go for in, right? So all they're getting is the Equation Cannon and whatever they had. Probably a dead draw, because they never used it. And there we go. We beat Labyrinth. Trisbana clutching in for the win. Yeah, that is all of our current replays.